Yo, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Otto coming to you live and direct from the grotto. This is the post 3 Men in the Basement comic book swap haul video. If you didn't get a chance to go to C2E2, the second best place to be was at the 3 Men in the Basement comic book swap straight out of Jersey. And wait till you see all the things that I picked up at our swap.
From remote galaxies are 13 of the most sinister villains of all time, the Legion of Doom. Dedicated to a single objective, the conquest of the universe. Only one group dares to challenge this intergalactic threat.
Yes, sirree, this is going to be a good video, everybody, so I hope you got your popcorn ready. So, as always, 3 Men in the Basement, we are sponsored by your one-stop shop for comic book pressing, signatures, series, and all that other good stuff, Rocket Comics. They just killed it at C2E2. Wait till you see the grades of the books that I unveil at our next live unboxing. And always remember that new customers off your total invoicing price will receive 20% off with Rocket Comics, okay? Then all returning customers will receive 10% off your total invoice for comic book pressing and cleaning needs. Now, let's get started. So for those of you guys who live in a cave and don't know about this, we held our third comic book swap in a year. And this has been going pretty well, and this was a way to bring the community together. But Justin, one of our 3 Men in the Basement brothers, wanted to have it down in his neck of the woods in Jersey. So we had it down there, and people showed up, which we're very, very excited for. So shout out to everybody who took the drive from, Pennsylvania, New York, Connecticut to show up, spend 5 hours with us, and have a great time. Shout out to Roger Levesque, Nemesis Prime, Dave in the Cave for setting it up, making it all happen, and just having it be a complete success. So stay tuned for the next one, probably be in August. So what did I pick up? Man, I didn't know what I was going to pick up. I didn't have a game plan going into this. I knew I owed Roger for a book. I knew I owed some other people some stuff. So I had some stuff to sell or trade, and I'll be honest with you, I'm not a good seller. I'm not a good seller because I need to stay behind my books in order to get a feel for who's looking at stuff. And to be honest with you, I'm not. I was all over the place. I was making sure the camera was set up and the video was right to do a live video, talking to people, just kind of being all over the place, working the crowd. So I did make a pretty good trade, and I'm not going to, there's too many people to name. So one of the trades that I did do was I picked up this X-Men 104, and I did a straight up trade for this for my Raw X-Men 59 and 60. Me and, oh my God, I can't think of his name. I apologize. We're on the same page as far as dollar value, so we made a straight up trade. I'm trying to complete my X-Men 94 to 137, all graded, 9.0 or better, just so you know. And I do have that entire run from 1 to 300. Now I'm just nuts. I'm bonkers. Now I want them all graded, so I'll have 2 sets of that. But why? I don't know. Anyway, that's okay. So, huge, great book, 9.0, white pages, off-white to white. Dave Cockrum, favorite artist, did the cover swipe of X-Men 1 for this right after the Juggernaut book. So, very good book, X-Men 104. Happy to have this for a good trade. Now, saw some really, really cool stuff. And this was a book that I really liked. I'm a Darth Maul fan. I really am. I'm a Darth Vader fan. I like the Sith. I'm a villain guy. You guys know that. And I'm also a John Tyler Christopher fan because the John Tyler Christopher covers bring me back to when I was a child. And, I've met John Tyler Christopher twice, and he told me all the things that he had to do in order to do the character covers, the action figure covers, and it just blows me away how intricate they are. So I did see this, though. This is the Darth Maul. This is a 9/8 signature series, but it's not signed by John Tyler Christopher. It's signed by Ray Park. Yes, Ray Park, who played Toad in the original X-Men movies, who played Darth Maul. So he had a price tag of $70 on it. And I looked at it, I walked around, went back and forth. And if there's one thing I've learned at the swap, and you'll see more of what we're talking about if you watch our post-show video at Nemesis Prime's house, where we talk about how at these swaps, if you don't jump on the book, it's going to be gone. So I took a walk around, and I said, you know what? That would be great in my display. $70. I said, would you take a $50 bill for it? The guy said, sure, no problem. $50, 9/8, signed by Ray Park. Just a very cool book to be going in this display right there, guys. So you'll always be able to see it. Pretty excited for that. As you know, I've kind of branched out and started buying Pops. Yeah, I have. I've got them all behind me over here. And so Ink Jedi was selling a few pops. And for you guys who don't know, a few years ago, my kids dressed up as a Suicide Squad and my daughter dressed up as Katana. And we made her costume. So I picked up this really cool pop. And this is going to go up the top of my display where I've got Spider-Gwen and Harley Quinn. And now I've got Katana. 3 women on one side, 3 men on the other. Very linear. So I did pick up a swap from Ink Jedi for $3, man. $3. $3. My God. All right. Then, for those of you guys who don't know, and you have to go back and watch the live video from the show, Matt Forge came down up from New York. Great guy, great friend of the show. And as he was leaving, he had a CGC delivery come right to his house. So, you know, being a fan of the show and knowing what we do, and he's like, well, let's see if Otto wants to open it up live on at the swap. Goddamn right we opened up live, and he didn't know the grades. So Matt gave us a little bit about the backstory of it, told us a little bit about the books, and he pulled out some fire. One of the books that he pulled out was A Werewolf by Night 33, a book that is climbing because Werewolf by Night 32 is becoming out of reach, and that book came back at 9.2, and he wasn't expecting that. But he did have 2 copies of this book. Now, what kind of collector am I, everybody? I'm a linear collector, right? It doesn't have to be high grade. It just has to be the same grade as long as the books are the same in the same area, right? Like, so as we were doing the unboxing, he pulled out a Marvel Spotlight 28 Moon Knight in his first solo series at a 7.0. Okay, my Werewolf by Night 32 is a 7.0. I wasn't letting it go. No way. No way. I'm like, that's linear. That's got to match. How often do you see this book at a 7.0? How often do you see it? And the fact that he had 2 copies made it a little bit more interesting. So, you know, day goes on and we're talking and stuff like that. And I'm like, Matt, what do you want for it, buddy? Come on. He goes, I knew it was coming. So we hem and hawed, and, you know, at a 7.0, there was a 7 in the number, and we made the deal, and I was very appreciative of it. To shout out to Matt Forge, who made that deal. I posted that on Instagram today. I think it's got over 100 likes already, so pretty excited to have those 2 books, Werewolf by Night 32 and a 7.0, Marvel Spotlight. And now I told Justin I want to get the first Mark Spector, the new modern Moon Knight with all 3 of the personalities on the cover at a 7.0. But, you know, that's a modern book. I could probably get that at a 9.8. So maybe I'll go after a 33 and a 9.0. So anybody out there that knows has, or a 7.0, anybody out there who has a Werewolf by Night 33 at a 7.0, hit me up. Let's make a deal, all right? Then also had another deal with Ink Jedi. As you guys know, I'm trying to collect the Captain America Mad Bomb run when Kirby came back, 193, and I'm trying to buy as many copies as possible raw so I can find a good copy and send it away and to see what grade it comes back at. So, but I also believe that this is going to be part of the Winter Soldier and Falcon storyline that we talked about on the long-term spec list on Lords of the Log Box. Shout out to my boy TiVo, Dark Side Jedi, Milton the Manimal, every Wednesday night. Yep, so got this book. Nice book. $10. $10. $10. Mad Bob. Jack Kirby comes back to Marvel. Look how great this is. Kirby's back and greater than ever. Kirby, John Romita Jr. did the cover. My God. You guys are missing out. This is Kirby greatness. All right. Then, I did buy a book off my boy Roger Levesque. I think he took me for a little bit of a ride because I think when we were talking about prices, I think he jerked me for about $20 when he first bought it. So I've been after this book for a long time. It's eluded me. I wasn't going to buy it at the spike. I wasn't going to buy it graded. I'm trying to work on all the Batman rogues, and I didn't know what would happen when Harley Quinn and the Birds of Prey movie, they had changed the name, came out. So I got off the schneid, the 2-year schneid, and I picked up my first copy of Black Mask, right? So for those of you guys who follow me, you know I've been after this book for a while, and I finally picked it up, and I'm very, very excited to have this in my personal collection. There is one, I did see one, there's one ding right up top, or maybe 2 dings. So if I were to send this in, I would be thinking 9.2-ish, 9.4 possibility. Near future, not in a hurry right now. It's a long haul. Then, what else did we get? Then I made a deal with Justin on an auction, and I picked up a lot of raw books from him. Paid $20 for these. Just, we got Hulk right here. This was really the whole reason I bought this. First appearance of the Illuminati. This was just a lot that he was selling. Picked this up. Oh, I also picked it up for this too. I think actually this is my first copy of Moon Girl and Dinosaur. So yeah, this might be my first copy of that. So first Illuminati, first Moon Girl, Devil Dinosaur, something that we talked about. Now, I'm definitely a believer in a Devil Dinosaur hype. Why? People love dinosaurs. People love big dinosaurs. People love little kids and big dinosaurs. And if this becomes an animated series and it takes off, you know, it could be just as good as Into the Spider-Verse once it comes out. But yeah, just a book that I think is really cool. Yule's Vision is a pretty interesting book that we're trying to get the writer on. We got that right there. We've got some Doctor Strange goodness and some second printing of New Mutants first print cable. Yep, all that stuff. $20, $20, $20, $20. Can't beat it. Now, I often talk about my collections on YouTube and what I'm trying to do, collections, where I'm at. I have X-Men 1 to 300, working on Daredevil 1 to 200, working on ASM 1 to 300, and FF 1 to 300 also. I'm probably closest in the Daredevil 1 to 200, but Matt Forge, being a cool dude that he was like, hey, Otto, you got this? Pulled out this cover right here, Daredevil number 38. Told him I did not. Beautiful, beautiful book. As you know, I'm a Doom fan. Back here. This might have to go up there too. Doom and Daredevil. It's not often that Daredevil and Doom work together. I said, Matt, what are you looking for? He goes, nothing, Otto. For you, man, just take it. Man, I appreciate it, dude. I'm just some guy hanging around who loves comics. Loves sharing it with you guys. So I appreciate the act of kindness, Matt. I appreciate that. Sorry about that. I don't know what the hell that is. Then we were there, and Justin has one of his boys, Eric Martin. I don't know if he's on IG, but shout out to Eric Martin. Did a sick Hulk 181 sketch for me. And then during the day, he's like, he had this other X-Men sketch, OG X-Men, right here. I just think it's really, really cool. And he's like, Otto, are you interested? I'm like, yeah, I'm interested. He goes, take it. It's yours. Really? Nice. So when I got this cool sketch, I might pull a Justin and have somebody ink it or somebody color it. Maybe my brother, Power Kid Comics, or something like that, because I think that would be really cool to have another artist put some color into that. Then, after the show, we went back to Justin's house, and you can check out the post video. As you guys know, we've had Livio Ramondelli on. Livio is currently doing Kill Lock. He's doing the Transformers. I apologize for that. I don't know what that noise is, but what are you going to do? And I wanted to do a commission. I wanted to do maybe a 3-Men in a Basement commission, or I wanted to do something else. But you know what? I was talking, and I got this idea from Dennis for Comics. I wanted to do something a little bit more original. So I got to thinking, Livio is a great artist, great Star Wars artist, and Transformers artist. So what I'm going to do is, and this is going to be a while before you actually see the end product, but I'm just going to give you an idea of what I want to do. So while we were at Justin's, he had a bunch of blank variants. I've never seen a guy that's got this many blank variants, like blank variant covers, and he's telling me, oh, this one's hard to find, and this one's hard to find, and I mean, he's got a short box of blank variants. I'm like, dude, this is nuts. So anyway, so he ended up giving me this. This is a blank. Obviously, it's a blank. There's nothing on it. Star Wars cover. What I'm going to do is I'm going to contact Livio. Today's Monday. Within the next 2 or 3 days, I'm going to send him. I'm going to talk to him. Have my idea. What I want to do is I want to have 3 images. I want to use all my kids, my 15-year-old, my 11-year-old, and a 9-year-old, and I want Livio to put them in Jedi garb, whether it's robes or, you know, some type of Jedi attire, each holding a different colored lightsaber. And I'm going to send him 1 or 2 stills of my kids' faces, so he'll be able to reproduce their faces here. Now, what I'm thinking about is keeping about the top of it open, just in case I want to put my wife's face or my face on top, or I'm just going to do, you know, all 3 of them. And I really envision it kind of looking like the Walking Dead Michonne first appearance, with, you know, Michonne on the cover, the 2 zombies, but obviously it would be my 3 kids, my oldest in the middle, my youngest, and my daughter. There with their own color. My youngest, Christiana, wants red. Zoe hasn't determined it yet, but I'm going to work on that. So then I'm going to send it off to CGC and have it CGC'd, because that, I think, is a really, really cool idea. And I came up with it by myself, believe it or not. But I think it's original. It's original to my family. And I think it would be better than just reproducing Shockwave with like 3 Men in the Basement on it. But that's for another time. So that's what I'm going to do with this blank cover. And if it takes me 6 to 8 months, it takes me 6 to 8 months. But I will show it to you guys when I'm done. Then I'm going to do it again with a different artist. I haven't decided who. I was thinking about Mike Lilly because I met Mike Lilly a few years ago. And he's a really great artist. So I was thinking about doing the same thing with the Teen Titans, but except I'm going to do the entire family on the cover. So the 5 of us would be on here as Teen Titans. Don't know what role my wife and I would play, but definitely have the kids, you know, center of that, and just to have that immortalized there. So really cool blank covers, and I've got some great ideas. I don't expect it to be cheap by any means, but when it comes to your family, you know, and doing something like this, I mean, these are ones of ones, and you know, you've got to spend the money. If that, I mean, it is what it is, dude. I don't know what else to tell you. It is what it is. You know, if you want something like that, cool, then you got to spend the money. Then on Sunday, we hit up Zap Comics, and they had some great wall books. And as you guys, I don't know if you guys know if I mentioned this, but I'm after another Walking Dead #1. I really missed my number 198. And in the past 24 hours, I've seen 2 of them. Yeah, I saw a 9.8 at C2E2 from a local vendor, and then Zap had one for just under $1,000 raw. That's definitely a 9.8 candidate, but I got too many things out there right now. I just can't do it. But that book will come around again, and don't be surprised if by the end of the year your boy Otto is sitting back with another Walking Dead #1 9.8. So when I went to Zap, didn't really want to break the bank, so I picked up for $12 this dope classic Romita Spider-Man cover with the word Bubbles. I mean, they just don't do comic books like this anymore. Apologize. Look how dope that is. Romita, Spider-Man forefront, water coming over him. Just classic book. I'm currently selling on eBay X-Men 129 to 137. All very fine. 1 or 2 might be 9 qualities, but the 129 is definitely an 8.5. The 130 might hit... The 130 might hit a 9.2, and then 130, 131, 132. So I picked up another 131 for my collection just because this is a really, really pretty book. And this book came back, and this was only another $15 book. So $27. And then on our long-term spec list, a book that I think people are buying up because I can't find it. And I was just happy to find it for $3. FF 244. First appearance of Frankie Ray as a Herald of Galactus. So, just a really cool book to have, something you should be specking on, especially if it happens. So yeah. So that is my haul from the 3 Men in the Basement comic book swap. Don't know when I'm going to get this video out to you, but our next live shows are the 13th and the 27th. Hopefully on the 13th, we will be doing our live CGC unboxing, and I believe we will be unveiling a signature series book done by Jack Kirby himself on the inside cover, I believe. My friend has this book coming back from CBCS, and he's going to show it off. And so we've got lots of books coming back from C2E2. Huge unboxing on the 13th. Justin and I are dropping videos constantly. So guys, comment, share, like our videos. If you have any questions, please put it in the comments. If there's anything you want to talk up, please put it in the comments. That drives our shows. It drives our topics, and we're just trying to keep it real with you. So every Wednesday night, check out myself, Milton the Manimal, Darkside Jedi, TiVo, Nemesis Prime on Lords of the Long Box. Also, remember to sub up, comment, and like, and share our videos, please. I was going over analytics again today, and I can't tell you what percentage of our viewers are not smashing that reminder button. So please do that for us. It'll only help us grow. And as we grow, we make things happen. So we really want to do that. So on behalf of my 3 Men in the Basement, Roger Levesque, Nemesis Prime, Dave in the Cave, I am Otto, and I am out. Peace.